Hello guys, welcome to Sheet Metric. So today we will learn about data validation in Google Sheets. In our day-to-day conversational language, we also say it Dropdown. However, that is only partially correct. Data validation doesn't only mean Dropdown. Dropdown is a subset of data validation. So today I will structure this video into following parts. The first part would be what is data validation. Second, why data validation is needed, and third, what are the utility or use cases of data validations. And then we will prepare a sheet from a scratch like this. Then we will see some shortcuts, and then finally deleting the data validation rules. So first, what is data validation? So as the name suggests, data validation means data valid, means data in a cell are valid as per certain predefined set of rules. Okay, so these rules can be multiple rules, like the data in a cell should be date, it should be true or false, or it should be from a set of list of items, or from a particular range, etc., etc. So these are predefined rules on which the data input in a cell will matter, and this is controlled through data validation. It also means that when you are not putting data as per the predefined rules, then how the error handling will happen, what warning to show, etc. So we will learn all about this. So in business, this is very useful in terms of a standardization, so that if multiple people working on a sheet, and everybody has their own way of working, like somebody will write date in a DDMM by format, somebody will write it in MMDD format, somebody will write in mix of number plus text. Then as a data person, when you will go analyzing that uh, report, it will become very difficult to bring such kind of a standardization. Data validation is very useful. Apart from that, it also helps in removing the data cleaning effort before drawing any insights or analyzing the aggregate data. Once our data input is correct, then we can also have a live running pivot or dashboard which will get automatic updated, because most of the error handling we are doing through the data validation. So these are some of the rules. So let's go directly in preparing this sheet. So this is a business use case of a screening of a candidate in HR. So here, whether a candidate is a fresher or not, yes or no, his email ID, his LinkedIn profile. So I have mentioned all these things because data validation feature allows us to pass only email values, only URLs, then data from a certain set of range, then only date values, etc. So that is why I have kept it format like it, so that majority of data validation rules are covered through this. So this is the input sheet, this will be the output sheet. Okay, so let's directly start building the sheet. Before that, if you are liking our content, please do consider subscribing to Sheet Metric. Okay, so I will quickly explain it. So this is the candidate details, and this is the stages where resume is reviewed, and then telephonic review is considered, and these are the status updates, and then on which date and what is the final decision, etc. We will noting it down in this tracker. Okay, so data validation, there are two methods to go to the data validation. So first you can go to data and then data validation. Okay, so I will show you the path: data, then data validation. Okay, you can also, if you want to put data validation in a cell only, then you can also do it like this: at the rate, and then when you will come here, it will show you drop downs, and then you can do it from here as well. So these are the two methods. So let's go to fresher. Okay, So these are the cells where I want to put data validation. So I will go here, data validation. So whether the person is a fresher or not. So add rule, criteria means rule. So I will mark it checkbox. Okay. So so these are the options or rules you can set, drop down from a range. Text contains text is exactly, is valid email, is URL, is valid date is greater than, less than. And you can also write custom formula. So custom formula is very powerful in case of dependent rules if you want to make on previous sales, etc. So 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 we have like built it, check boxes, reject. If the data is invalid, either it can show a warning or it can reject the input. So I will tell you what happens in show a warning cases. Okay. So here check boxes means it is taking true and false. So let's say I try to write it something else. So this is showing me a warning. Okay. I will also show you what does it mean while rejecting the input. So it will not even take the input. So I am deleting it and I am trying to put a value 2. So this is not allowing me to enter at all. So rejecting the input means this thing. Okay. So this I am marking. This is we test one we did here from at the rate function. Through that also you can put data drop down. Okay. So I am deleting it. Then next, email. So we want to make sure that the person who is entering here is putting the right email, means the values are in the email format at the rate something something.com. Okay. So I will go to data validation, add rule. Here, since I have selected those range, this has already taken D7 to D11. I can change it like this, and whatever range is suitable to you. Okay. So here the criteria would be text is valid email. Okay. So if I am putting any text, it is showing me this error, right? So just for the sake of time, I will copy email from here. Similarly, LinkedIn profile. So I will go here, I will go to data and then data validation. So it will open me this box only. So I will add a rule. So since I had been on this particular sale, it has auto selected E7. I can manually change the range from here to here. Okay. E11, LinkedIn profile. So criteria, it should be a valid URL. I am here doing reject the input. So if I put here, it will not even allow me. Okay. So I have to put here only URL. So I will copy it from here to save the time. Okay. Next, come to resume review status. So whether the first a screening of resume has been done or not. So for that, I have already listed all the status that is possible here. So like resume review status, it can be either pending or completed. Resume review decision, once resume of the candidate is reviewed, whether the candidate is suitable or not, or if he needs to be considered as for other roles. So this is an example. In actual cases, you can modify all these status as per the business needs. Similarly, for a telephonic interview, whether it has been scheduled or not, whether it got completed, then interview decision, telephonic interview selected. So we will be populating all these values here. So resume reviewer status. So I will go to data and then data validation. So it will open me this visit only. So I am directly adding it from here. So here criteria would be drop down from a range, and range we have to pass it here. So that I will go here, and resume review a status is either pending or completed. Okay. So this has given me a drop down of pending and completed. You can change the color from here. So if it is pending, let's mark it red. If it is completed, mark it gray. So okay, so we have seen how to put criteria from a range. Next, resume review date, on which date a resume has been reviewed. So I will add again a rule here. So here the criteria is it should be a valid date. So this will open a nice calendar for us, and it will solve our date formatting issues. I can directly put the dates here. Okay. So next is resume review decision. Since the resume has been reviewed, so what has been a decision or outcome out of it? So I will add a rule. So here again we will go to drop down from a range, and our range has been this suitable. So I can either do it uh, the range of this one, or since I am demonstrating this to you guys, I will actually do it from a list. So you can directly put it here as well, like the candidate is suitable. Okay, if the candidate is suitable, which color you want to mark, add another item, not suitable, considered for other role. Okay, so you can do it like this way as well. So it has given us three drop downs: suitable, not suitable, considered for other roles. Okay, so let's go to phone interviewer status. So I am adding the rule. Again, I can, if I will select a drop down, I can manually type it here, since I have already listed it here. So I will pick it drop down from a range, and I have to give the range values. Here you can mention the colors: scheduled, completed, not scheduled. Phone interview date, again here you can mark criteria as a valid date. It will open a nice calendar for you. Yeah, let me change here a bit. On phone interview date, we can use some other criteria, because this data entry is happening after the phone interview has been done, right? So, sorry. So ideally, this date should be any date prior to today. Either today the phone interview has been done or prior to today, then only I am putting the values here. So I will use that rule to in the criteria. Okay. So actually it has taken it here only, like both I and G and J column has similar rules, so it has taken in one range only, so I am creating another for it. So here the criteria would be date is on or before today. Okay. So if we try to put it like today I am on 7th September, if I am trying to put it 9th September, it is showing me error. So this was a small demo for you guys to understand data validation. So if you are liking our content, please do consider subscribing so that it can reach to the right audience, and please do share the video to the right beneficiary in your circle. Thank you guys. Thank you for staying tuned with Sheet Metric. Bye. Have a good day.